that's a good question. I preferably, I kind of like that. You know, I mean, let me know what you're thinking. You know, maybe not everything so aggressive, but if you're honest and upfront, then I know how I'm gonna move with you. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
So let me ask you this. Let's say a woman came up to you and said, now you already told her you got an old lady. Okay. You already told her.
Damn, boy.
Maybe he didn't.
Huh? Let's say you already told her you got an old lady now. And you know y'all kicking it, y'all cool, and straight up, she says to you, that she wanna be your side chick. No if, ands, or buts, no even no other word, no even more chilling, whatever. Just straight out say, she'll be your side chick. What's your response? How do you take that?
How'd she even come up and tell me that? Was my intention to was looking for something?
Y'all chilling and y'all talking, blah blah blah, and now she start to feel you or whatnot because you was flirting, you was trying to get in.
Oh,
you was trying to get in
yeah,
now.
that was my intention.
That was your intention.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe for one or two or continuously, but you didn't really push it. You know what I'm saying? But she was still putting your game down, and she was kind of blocking it at first. But then y'all got cool or whatever.
I mean, if that was my intention, and a girl actually said that, that's like one of those moments in a man's life. You know how you graduate high school or college. That's that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you just you accomplished something that you were going after for a long time. And it just came and fell on your lap after so much hard work. You just graduated to the big leagues.
Well,
that ain't me. Shit,
You got your PhD.
I got my PhD. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know, Pepe whole degree. You dig? So.
But how would you take that though?
But I mean,
you'd be cool with it.
If that was my intention, then I already went through the analyzing it. You know what I'm saying? And if she dropped that on my lap, I mean, that was your intention in the first place, or why?
But if it wasn't?
If it wasn't my intention, boy, that's a whole nother thing, bro.
How would you take that then?
And then you got a woman and somebody came in, like a girl came and dropped that on you. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I mean, that's just not my intention. I mean, I'm not trying to roll with that.
Now wait, you was flirting with her though. But that wasn't. You didn't expect that. Your intention was to at least try to get her number.
Ooh, yeah. If I was flirting with her and I didn't want it to go that far.
You just know, man. As men, we almost always wouldn't go that far. Almost always. I say that because
in the back of
sometimes
your
we just flirt just to test out.
Want to see where you at? Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to the faithful stage where I still flirted a little bit. Just to test out that I still got my mouth on. You know what I'm saying?
And she hit you with the bomb.
And she hit me with the bomb. Like, oh shit. What do I do now? You know? What do you do? You know what I mean? Yeah, you just chilling, you know, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then she's just like, take it. Like, oh
snap.
What? You know, what? What'd you say? What? You know what I'm saying? You get lost.
What would you do?
Yeah, that would shock. I mean, that would shock me because you were flirting, so you kind of brought that on yourself.
Right.
And then she took your offer.
Right. Because you didn't expect that.
Nah.
Especially depending on how she's acting or how she look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that look can be deceiving.
Yep.
You know, and some girls play hard to get till you get to that point that, you know, that little trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's like the combination. You keep pressing the button and finally you hit the right button. Right.
Damn, it opened.
It opened. Right, right. What would you do then?
I mean, if that wasn't my true intention, then I can't pursue it. But I mean, you can't say that don't inflate your little male ego, you know.
True.
You can have your cake and eat it too.
You can have that too. But if that wasn't my true intention, I was just testing out the game. Like you said, you flirt a little bit.
Has that ever happened to you though?
Oh man.
Huh? Boy, you look like you in the hot seat, boy. You look like you in the hot seat.
Nah, I mean, bro, I've been in a long relationship, so I mean, I can't say that happened.
Oh, what they call it? You plead a fifth to not incriminate yourself.
it kind of happened at the beginning of the relationship because I mean it was like 3 or 4 girls you're messing with at the same time, and I was young, so I mean forgive me, man, damn. You know what I'm saying? Be looking at me wrong, bro. I was young. It kind of happened at the beginning.
This is judgment free zone.
I ain't judging them.
It kind of happened at the beginning of the relationship. The girl knew who I was talking to, really, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't really want me to go spend the night with the other girl. So she was like, I'll do you and your cousin, your brother,
Oh,
if you stay here, bro. Like, damn, man, my girl knows that story, man.
so y'all stayed?
Uh-huh. Bro, cut the show.
Cut.
I remember that was a long time ago, man. 'Cause, yeah, she started. This girl, I just really messing with her. I wasn't really feeling her like that, but we were just doing whatever. And that's what it was. She didn't want me to go to the other chick, and she was just like, "I'll do you and your cousin and stuff like that."
Man.
And then you just.
I don't know. I swear to remember that was your little brother, man.
You gotta say who it is.
Huh?
You gotta say who it is.
I just well, who the girl?
No,
No, I just
your
said
partner in crime.
Nah, just saying. I was way back then, man. I was 2001, man.
But now,
But I mean, I don't go out to go flirt like that to get those type of response. Like V maybe,
Wait,
Yeah, I'm still waiting her for like bam, there it is, bro. Nigga, take it. You know what I'm saying? But
really?
we got to edit that out, man. That's how they get in trouble.
You said it. Nobody asked.
hey, at least you keep it real.
I'm saying that's on you. You know
This
what
what you gonna shoot your shot.
Damn, that's on you. That's not on me. You know what I'm saying?
That was a
Really?
That's on you. I'm just saying.
That's a good one.
No, it's not.
But you didn't answer the question though. Are you gonna plead the fifth on it?
What?
The question was, did y'all do it? Did y'all end up staying and banging?
Damn, I don't remember.
Huh?
Well, I ain't stay, man.
Yeah, this nigga plead the
I ain't
fifth.
stay.
You took forever to answer that
I
one.
ain't stay.
You took forever to
I ain't
answer
stay.
that one.
You can't
man.
ask my girl because that's who I'm with now.
Would you get? Would you? What would you do if if somebody came to you and asked you to be the side chick? What would you do?
Actually, that happened to me one time. That happened to me one. Yeah, man. That happened to me one time. I'm chilling with this chick, right? I ain't even really want to chill with her though. You know what I'm saying? But I said, alright, sure, right now, blah blah blah, bada bam, bada boom. We chilling and junk, and she asked me what my status was. I said, I got all that, you know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. But I guess she was feeling me before even then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know she was already feeling me, you know what I mean? But she was already feeling me. And I said, and who knows, I probably would have done it. I don't know. But when she said it, she said, oh, okay, well, I'll be your side chick.
Dang.
I didn't expect that. One, and while we were chilling, I didn't feel her like I thought I was gonna feel her. You know what I'm saying? When we was in person, I'm like, kind of felt like I got catfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the feeling kind of went, you know what I mean? So when she said it while we was there, matter of fact, I don't even think I had all of that at that time. I think I just told her that. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't feeling her like that no more. You know what I mean? And when she said it, that thing caught me off guard. I just started laughing. I was bawling laughing, bro. I was bawling laughing. And she was like, what? I'm like, I'm sorry.
You laughing at her face?
I'm laughing at her face. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that. Because the whole night, I didn't give her no vibe that I was interested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was throwing the vibe, I was a little touchy-feely, you know what I'm saying? If I was flirting heavy, you know what I'm saying? Then for sure, I was asking for that. And hey, I'm a dude, why not?
Yeah.
But I wasn't really feeling that, you know what I'm saying? And when she asked me that, and I gave her that answer, I thought it's also the way I gave her the answer. I thought she was just gonna, disappear. Like, okay, well, right, take me home. She said she'd be my son. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm sorry.
You laughed her whole face.
I probably watching right now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I laughed for a good 3 minutes or so. Maybe even 5. She keep asking me what I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that, and I laughed again. She said, "What? You don't like me?" I said, "No, that's not that. It's just that, I just didn't expect that where that came from."
You can't expect something like that, though.
Huh?
I mean, it's kind of shocking to hear that.
Right, because most of the times when that happens, you just kind of gradually go into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Blatantly
when somebody actually just say it, especially from a female, you know what I'm saying? Now dudes,
yeah, we're gonna offer.
you know what I'm saying? We'll say it, or like I said, we'll play our way in there, you know what I'm saying? A little talking, little, hanging out, you know what I'm saying? A little touching, you know what I'm saying? A little, once it happens 2 or 3 times, then yeah, it just becomes that way once you continue. You know what I'm saying? But for you, a woman especially, just say, "I'll be your side chick." I'm like, "Oh,
wow,
okay." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if it was a little different, like I said, I probably might have, but I felt like I got catfish real bad. And even if I had gotten catfish, if I was still attracted, I still would have, you know what I'm saying?
But so you didn't go with it?
No, I didn't go with it because she looked like she was on drugs, man. She looked like she was on drugs, heavy, shooting up. I'm afraid of diseases, man. I couldn't do it, bro. I didn't do it. Yeah. Now, on the book, though, she looked totally different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those filters and those makeups, like we was talking about earlier.
Be careful, man. That's a whole show. We got to
do on that. Devil.
And that only happened to you one time in your life?
No.
That only happened
for somebody to actually ask me up front on the first hangout? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, would you be a side chick?
It depends on the person.
It depends. See, that's a good question for the women. Now, you
right.
can't totally rule that out.
No, you can really rule that out. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? And what may work for others don't work for other people.
Relationships are relationships.
Right. Yeah. And the one thing I've learned, and I learned that, I want to say, how long? A couple years ago. I can't remember the exact year, but I kind of learned that a couple years ago. I came to the realization that, one, everybody cheat. So when my ex cheated the first time, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? And 2, I try not to take life too seriously. Mm-hmm. We come and go. Yeah. Enjoy it while you can. If you find somebody you can settle down with, cool. Why not? No, but if you can't, then, you know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, different people are at different stages in their lives, because the way I used to think before, a couple years ago, I stopped thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? So until now, my thought process is a little different. Because now I'm like, man, you take life too serious, you start getting these gray hairs, start getting stressed. You know what I'm saying? But once you relax a little bit, I'm not saying don't settle down. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Because once you have that connection with somebody and you give them your word, then you ought to keep that. Mm-hmm. That's totally different. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I don't judge. I try not to judge before either, but especially now, I don't judge people because I myself has been in many situations. You see what I'm saying? I've been the side nigga. We're gonna do a show on that because quite a few people ask about that.
A
lot of people inbox me about that. So that show is gonna come probably in November or December when we actually go back to sex and relationship talks like we did in the beginning. So around November, because in December we're gonna do So a lot of church people asking me about doing some spiritual stuff too.
Okay.
So December I'll save that for them.
For
But
them.
so around November, when we get to talking about the sexual stuff, you know, I will get into that. I also have a lot of swingers hitting me up too to do a show on them. So I'll probably do that as well.
But that goes with a lot of this subject matter a little bit.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people out there in these type of relationships.
Right.
They're open, you know.
Right.
There's a lot, and then but it's almost like a hidden world.
Oh yeah.
Like why?
Some
Why is
are,
it?
some
Where's
are
the
widely
judgment?
open because a lot of people on the outside.
Because society doesn't.
Right. A lot of people on the outside of it judge so much. You see what I'm saying? I myself, which is what I was going to say, once I joined that world, I learned not to judge. You see what I'm saying? I've heard about the world. I've had offers to go into it. It's kind of like, you ever seen what's she called? Alice in Wonderworld?
Alice in Wonderland.
Wonderland?
Mhm.
I don't know. Wonderland. You know, this was one reality. That was another. You know, what's another movie I could say? What's that movie with the lion?
The Wizard of Oz?
Huh?
Wizard of Oz?
No, not Wizard of Oz.
Oh, lion.
The lion. That was God. That was portrayed to be God. With the kids. They go through the closet and there was in a whole
The
different
Lion, the
room.
Witch, and the Wardrobe.
No, I think
The
I know
Lion,
what-
the
that
Witch, and
big
the
old
Wardrobe.
lion.
Yeah, that's one of them, but I'm talking about the one.
I think I know what he
Come
talking
on, what
about.
y'all watching? What's the name of that movie with
I
the
don't
lion,
remember.
with the
The
kids,
big old lion
and the guy?
and the
The
little
lion was
kid.
supposed to be God or
I can't
something.
remember the name.
You don't know that one? Come on, man, that was a very popular movie, man.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was
Huh?
a big old lion.
That big lion, and then supposed to have died, and the kid, I think.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about? What's
Yeah.
the name of it?
I don't know.
Story?
It wasn't a real real lion. It was one of those animated.
The lion
those,
thing. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, help me out. What is the movie with the lion and the kids? They went through the closet. It was like one girl and two brothers.
I never saw it, but I know what it is.
She said, Narnia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the Chronicles of Narnia.
Chronicles of
Yeah.
Narnia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
She
I
put
should've known
Ninja.
that.
I think she wrote Ninja or something.
Yeah.
But
Narnia.
Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, like you go entering a different world.
Right, you're in a whole different
Yeah.
world, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there, and the perception I had of it before I went into it, you know, it's not actually what it is. Now, depending on the crowd that you're with, it is.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
There's ups
But
and downs
it's
in
not
all of
the
it.
reality of the
The whole
whole
totality of it. Mhm.
society of,
Mhm.
of strangers. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So also there's etiquettes, there's all that stuff. Now that depends on the person who brings you in and all of that stuff. So so I learned not to judge people. You see what I'm saying? And I also learned everybody has different stages in lives. You see what I'm saying? Everybody goes through different stages, have different wants. You see what I'm saying? Even with me, with the women, we've spoken about it before on the show. You know, when I dated the lady that was married or whatnot, she wasn't a bad person, but she was at a stage in her life where she wanted some excitement,
Yeah.
and I provided that. You understand what I'm saying? And once it ended, she stayed. She never left her dude. Even when she wanted to, I persuaded her not to because I know she loved him. She was just going through something at the time. You see what I'm saying? And it happens. It happens. You see what I'm saying? So I learned not to judge people.
Yeah.
I try not to judge people. And as I say, everybody goes through different stages in life. Even I've been there. I've been the main nigga. I've been the side nigga. You see what I'm saying? I've been the nigga who had the chick had a side nigga on and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
But now let's get back on the topic. What are some of the questions that you think people should ask on the first date? We already said on the first date you shouldn't. Well, let's read these comments first.
Okay, what was
Let's read these comments first. Yeah. Jamie says, a lot of women have sex on the first date more than back in the day. But I feel that's because men have shoot their shots so much, they have gotten to the point of going with it. Okay, okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're comfortable with it, you know. But also sometimes it could depends on how you see the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
need to learn to read the person.
Yeah.
Read the person even before you actually meet them. You know what I'm saying? If the first few conversations is sexual, that's not somebody that's looking for long term with you. You know what I'm saying? They probably looked at one or two pictures, saw somebody that interests them, and they got their manhood rising.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not to say you shouldn't do it or you won't do it. It's up to you as an adult. You know what I'm saying? But also assess the situation and the person. If it's something you want long term, you might want to chill a little bit. If not, then hey, have your fun. You know what I'm saying? But just know if it does go far, have some control. You know what I mean? The next thing she said, that's not dating, Stan. That's having a buddy. Yes, having a buddy. Can I tell y'all about my 6-hour first date I had the other day?
Just the other day?
Wait, 6 hours?
Damn. Where would it?
Where y'all did it at the hotel or at
Damn.
Disney? 6 hours.
Oh.
Sure, even if it was in a restaurant, I'd probably ask y'all to leave. What? 6 hours? Where was the date, Jay?
Yeah, they must have went to like an amusement park.
Yeah, amusement park or swimming or something. Shoot.
Yeah, 'cause that's a long first day, bro.
Yeah, it's a
First
long
date.
first day.
Man.
So yeah, what are some questions that y'all believe that you should ask on a first date? Chubb, I'll start with you.
Definitely some of the the necessities, the basics, like okay, like I mean, your family. I mean, me, I like to personally ask about your family. I need to know what's your background like because
Right.
it's so heavily influenced for me is my family. You know what I'm saying? Or your brothers, your sisters. What do you have? I can ask sometimes about if you have any children and stuff like that. What do you do for an occupation? How are you with finances? I mean, that's a big thing with women for me, man. I mean,
Definitely.
they really suck at finances and budgeting. A lot of y'all. But your education and just I guess more background stuff, man. Just anything like, and probably most of the stuff you would see on a regular application these days. For real, like I want to know the basic necessities. Then I can continue and ask about what do you like to do for fun? I mean, are you what do you do? I mean, how creative are you?
Can you cook?
Can you cook? Some of them, I'm trying to make you a wife, but I want to see some kind of basic home training.
Right. That reminds me. A lot of these pictures and posts that you see on Facebook.
What be going on?
Woo! That be going on.
What be going on?
They be going on, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saying this, that, da da da. Hey, to each his own, but but still. Now, do you think a dime piece is enough for a relationship?
A dime piece?
Right, as they put it.
Just them being a dime.
Just them being a dime.
No. No way.
It's a nice
No
piece.
way.
No way.
Now, this is coming from a
10
dude.
out of 10. Body.
This is coming from a dude, y'all. Just being a dime piece is not enough.
And a lot of them think that's just enough because they work so hard on their bodies and stuff. I understand, you know what I'm saying? But how is that enough to sustain a relationship? There's no way you have any experience with a
Right.
relationship.
I
That's
can't
not
eat
gonna
your
sustain-
body. I can tell you this, maybe, but I ain't eat your body to fill my belly.
You should, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure, I can nibble in some places, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody
But that's
do.
not gonna fit my belly. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna fit the kids.
It's not gonna run the house.
That's not gonna take them to
Sit there.
school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna help you to calm down when situation get heated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna even help you stay faithful.
Yeah.
If anything, that'll
They're
help
gonna
you
do the
more
opposite
be
of all of that.
unloyal.
If anything, yeah.
Right.
It's an ego thing. No,
It's
no.
an ego
I get
thing.
it,
Now I understand some guys don't mind it. That's different.
man. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They can be home all day, all night, or whatnot
Mm-hmm.
to watch over you and all of this and that.
Yeah.
But most of us ain't got time for that. So if I can trust you, then we got issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
We got issues. If I can't leave the house for a couple hours or go on a vacation or a trip and not have to worry about you,
Mhm.
or not have to worry about the kids being fed and all that stuff,
Mhm.
there's something wrong.
That's a big problem.
That's a big
Yeah.
problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was talking. I'm glad we mentioned that. I was talking to a girl. Matter of fact, you see more and more posts like that now.
What?
Yeah,
No, I've
and
seen
it's-
posts like that.
Where they say, you do this, I'm gonna do this.
It's a tit for tat.
Tip for tat. I see you put your head down. Go ahead. I'll let you speak.
I mean, it's a tit for tat. I mean, you know, we got this perception in our society of how a man and a woman is supposed to interact with each other. They're just supposed to be equally to each other, stuff like that. But there's different roles. We talked about that before. There's different gender roles that everybody, you know, a man plays and a woman can play. So you don't have to go tit for tat for most of your relationships, man. It's just not. I don't see how that's gonna work. It's something you're gonna be better at than I am. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That first of all doesn't sustain a
It doesn't,
relationship.
it doesn't at all.
Okay. And the biggest thing for me is, and honestly, if I get in the early stages of a relationship, if I say this and you say, well, you this,
It's like, whoa.
I'm like, whoa, that's little signs
That's
that
a sign.
that's tit for tat right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why you put that there? Well, you put it there. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, now certain things I can understand. Like,
Mhm.
if I talk to you like this, then sure, I should be able to receive it back from you.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a woman, you should always want to be
Mhm.
respectable. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of men change based on your action.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? Based on your action, your reactions, and so on. That's one. The first time I stopped cheating was how she reacted to me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But when y'all say y'all gonna do this because he does that,
That's different time,
you might want to be careful.
You can't-
Now,
you
if
can't
it's
play with
somebody
men
you're
like
not
that.
planning on keeping, sure, who
Mhm.
cares? Because first of all, y'all ladies. Okay, well, let me rephrase that. Y'all females, and you're supposed to be ladies.
Mhm.
So if you don't act accordingly, then you may have a little issue. Because men, when you cheat on them and they find out, we act a little different than when we cheat on you. Not saying that it's right,
Mhm.
but it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Now, hear me now. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and have fun. But if that's the reason,
It is what it is.
if that's the reason why you're doing it, then you're doing it with the wrong intention. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do it for any other reason, hey, it is what it is, as I said. But if you're doing it because he did it, you're playing with fire. Okay? And if it's somebody you really care for, then you might as well just roll out. You might as well just leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to y'all from a guy's point of view, you know, and I'm sure a lot of the men will agree with me. Some of them may not agree with me when I say, hey, you can still have your fun, but hey, it is what it is. If we can do it, y'all can do it too. But you don't do it for some of these reasons that we just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? If you're single, you want to have fun too, I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of you women earn that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all work hard, y'all this and that. You know, if guys can go out and have a ball and have a one night stand, if that's who you are as a woman, go ahead. No judgment there. You know what I'm saying? If Because you have women that's um, what's a profession I could use? Let's say a lawyer.
Okay.
You know, she's young, she's a lawyer, she ain't got no kids, she wanna turn up. Hey, have your fun. You don't have it while you're young, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Because once you settle down, you say you settling down, or you're working on that, you know, after you have a few kids, it's a little different. It's a little different. You know, your chemistry is a little different. Your parts feel differently. Hey, I'm just saying. You know, some of y'all may agree, some of y'all may not. You know what I mean? But I do think you guys should go ahead and have some fun too. You know.
No, but for the tit for tat, like.
Yeah, no, with the tit for tat, that's not a good way to do it.
How do you feel if like a woman's like, yo, you've been out there cheating, I'm gonna go out there and cheat too. You have two girls on the side, I'm doing it too. You know, like tit for tat because she's hurt or whatever because you actually hurt her from doing whatever.
Right. That's the part I don't agree with. That's the part I don't agree with. If you're gonna do that, you might as well roll out. You know what I mean? Especially, well, I don't want to say that because you have some guys that still lie. But if you have a guy that's already let you know how it is and you've already accepted that, then that's a little different. But if y'all not close or whatever, or even you can start the relationship out like that. Say, okay, you do you, I do me. By all means necessary, go and have fun. You know, men don't play with the women's head. Women don't play with a guy's head because once they put that in their mind, that's what's in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's in their mind. You know, they like to know, hey, where do I stand? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys could get even a lot further if y'all were just honest in the first place. Say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I like you. You know, I know you got to do, but you know, I like you. We can hang out, blah blah blah, thing, this and that, and keep it kosher. You know what I'm saying? And also vice versa. You can still say, you know, I got an old lady. I like you. You know, we're gonna do our thing. You know, if you want to. If she doesn't want to, that's fine. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You see what I'm saying? Then you move on. Same thing for you ladies. If that's what you're into, just say that. You know what I mean? Then you're not playing with his mind. You're not playing with his head. You know, he's thinking you home, but you out there with Tom, Dick, and Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Just be real about it. You know what I mean? Then with me, anybody who knows me, and I'm sure some of my exes, some of my friends, so my special friends may be watching. They'll tell you that's how I am. I'm a pretty open person. We gonna do this thing or we ain't gonna do this thing. You gonna do your thing, I do my thing, or we gonna meet in the middle. You know, do your thing, I do my thing. We meet in the middle, make that thing happen, and go. You know, or we gonna be like, yeah, okay, you know. But if it's somebody I want long term, where there's gonna be certain restrictions.
Yeah.